Oh, hello, what are you doing in there? I'm out of bread. Yeah, you're in the cupboard. You need to come out. That's it. Come on. Right, we're going to quickly mix. What I will say before we kind of crack on with a fast-paced mixing bread, because I've got plenty of bread recipes. I will put a link in the description to my playlist of air fryer bread. This is obviously going to be a comparison between the oven and the air fryer, which I have done before, but it's been well over a year, so I thought, why not? There is slight differences. Firstly, I'm going to be following the recipe for that's on the back of the strong white bread flour, but this is all I have, which isn't very much, not enough to make bread, so I'm actually using plain flour. I'm also, rather than using water, using my sort of byproduct whey, but I took off, so I put in 250 ml of this and added 40 ml rather of hot boiled water, just to kind of warm it up. It is fridge temperature actually, so just kind of like it not make it so cold. So come and have a look at the ingredients. Quick glance. I am also actually adding chives because I just love herbs in my bread. Yeah, so let's just crack on and get this all together. Quick look at the recipe. It will be on the screen when we kind of have a quick look, and then we're going to quite fast pace get it all together. Let's just do that now. Stop talking. I know. Yeah, let's just crack on. So the recipe list will start floating up, but we have bog standard plain flour, 1 sachet of yeast. There's the whey, but you could just use, warm water. I'm adding chives as an optional extra. Salt and sugar and 15 grams of salted butter, which is what this recipe on that packet. So we're just going to quickly just throw in the bowl, mix it all together, let it rise in a nice warm spot, divide it and bang one in the oven and bang one in the air fryer, and compare our results in the taste test. Timings as well is a consideration. So let's crack on and make some bread. There are. I do like the green flecks from the chives. I've always loved that. It's so nice. Right, into an oiled bowl. I'm going to cover it and leave it in a warm spot for a couple of hours, and then we'll be back to cut it in half and knock it back and all that malarkey, and bake them. See you in a bit. Okay, it's been a couple of hours, so let's have a look. Ooh, nice. So let's get this on a floured surface, knock it back, shape it and divide into two. Not shape it, well, you know what I mean. Divide it into two. I've got some prepared, 2 of these, one for the oven and one for the air fryer. So yeah, let's get this on a floured surface and knock it back. Okay, I've just let the air fryer heat for a few minutes and the oven just to get it warm. I've turned them both off. We're just going to let each loaf prove inside the oven and the air fryer. So I'm just putting it in, the crisper plate is out, and I'm going to let it sit in there for about half hour, 30 minutes roughly to prove, just see how big they get. Anyway, this one's going in the oven. turned off. See you in a bit. Okay, the oven recipe says 230 Celsius or 210 fan, gas mark 8. Place the dough in the centre of the oven, reduce temperature to 210 or 190, gas mark 7, and bake for 25 to 30 minutes depending on size of loaf, or until the loaf is golden brown. Remove from the oven, immediately turn loaf out of tin and leave to cool in a wire rack. So let's take out my loaf and we'll be able to see how big it is while it's been proving. So it's kind of, whoops, there you are. Okay, let's get this on 200, what did it say, 240 preheat. Oh, I've got flour everywhere. Okay, that'll do. Let's sort out the air fryer. Right, there we go. Let's get this one out. Preheat the air fryer as well. God, that was a bit heavy. It's going to be quite flat loaves, but never mind. It is the. I mean, it's just the type of thing I've got. I've got 2 of these and 2 loaf tins, but I thought I'd use these anyway. Let's not worry about that right now. Let's just get this back on. With the air fryer, it's at 180. Oh, wrong way. Going to put it on 30. I'll let it preheat for 5 minutes, and then we're going to throw in our bread for the remaining 25 minutes. I'm still waiting for the oven's red light to go out, so it's not quite a temperature, but my 5 minutes of air fryer preheats are done. So I'm going to put this one in. Quick look. Yeah. Oh, that's Rosie wants to come in. Hold on. Oh God. Timing. Oh, for flip's sake. Hold up. Let that carry on cooking. I'll be back. Well, there's 20 minutes left on the air fryer, and I'm still waiting for the red light to go out on the oven. So that's 10 minutes, and it's still not. I can imagine it should be any minute now, but that's one of the things I hate about the oven. It takes so long to preheat. Never mind. See you in a minute. Red light is still on, and we're halfway with the air fryer. Wow. I am still waiting. The red light is still on. I'm beginning to think there's something wrong with my oven, so I'm just going to bung it in. I can't wait any longer. It's nearly 20 minutes of preheating, so I'm going to turn it to 210 as per the instructions, and I think it's going to be quite smoky because I don't use my oven very often. Anyway, let's put this in. Hey! Oh my God! Right, let's just set this 30 minutes, or no, 25. 25 minutes. Right, there's a 1 minute 35 seconds left on the air fryer. We're going to check it. The chicken's still ticking, so that's the noise you probably can hear. How long's left on that? Just over 10 minutes. So let's just check this air fryer on. I do really need bread, so this is just a sort of sideline oven versus air fryer. It's day 5, we've run out completely out of bread. Rather than buy some, I thought I'd make some. So that looks alright to me. Let's have a little knock test. Oh yeah, I think that's okay. I'm not going to temperature check it or anything. We're just going to get it out, check the bottom. In fact, I think that's fine. I'm not going to do that whole. I've done this before where I've thought, oh, that needs a little bit to be a bit browner, and it ruins it. So I'm just going to leave it as is. So let's get rid of this hot tin. Turn this over. Looks all right. It's quite flat, but you know, it's the pan I was using. So that was just under 30 minutes. So let's have a closer look on the air fryer one. I mean, it really is flat on one side, but never mind. Whoa. Ugh. Oh, crust. Okay. Well, I was following the recipe that was on the packet of flour, so I don't know. How long did it actually have? I think it's 10 minutes, so it's actually had 20 minutes. So it did say on the packet 20 to 30 minutes. Oven is turned off. Let's kind of put this out onto the rack. So I think, why is it still ticking? Oh, good. It's still ticking. First time I've used that. Right. Oh, look at the brown underneath. That's a lot nicer in terms of colour. These are still quite hot, so no, air fryer oven. So that's quite a remarkable, marked difference rather. Yeah. Anyway, let's let these cool. No, that's not right. We're going to let these cool completely before we're going to slice them completely in half and have a look at them. And then I'm going to eat some. That's the plan. See you in a bit. Oven, air fryer. I mean, they look almost the same, although I would say that this was a little bit browner, especially on the underside. Interesting. But not necessarily a deal breaker. In terms of time, well, let's talk about that a little bit more. Okay, I've really raised these up because it helps so you can see. Oven, air fryer. That's kind of got, I don't know, the recipe said 210 Celsius. Is that too hot? I mean, I followed the specific recipe for an oven, so, but it's just this crust bit. So I'm going to cut both of them completely in half to see what's going on inside, because you know when it rises too quickly, I think something like that's happened. But you know, I've got bread. That's the main thing. Oh, it's weird cutting it from this kind of height. Oh. Wow, that's a bit of a crust. Okay, I'll do the same. Cut the air fryer one. Oh, right. Okay, let's have a look. So I'm just picking up. Oh, only slightly. You see the top there for the oven one, but ooh, geez, I think it looks alright. The actual bread. I mean, it's it's a thins. It's not a traditional. I don't know, what would you call this? A bloomer, a flat bloomer, and then the air fryer one. They look alright to me. Right, I'm going to slice a little bit and taste test. I've got my butter dish, which I really love. I got that off a car boot. Yeah, come on, let's just cut a slice and taste. Time frames, time. Now the oven took 20 minutes to preheat. Now I don't know whether my oven's on its way out. There's definitely something wrong with it because that seems too long to me. The smoking bit, the bottom, the drip tray thing, I think someone has cooked a pizza and a little bit of, pepperoni had dropped and that was what was creating a lot of smoke. I realised that and took it out. Yeah. Right, let's slice off a little bit of the oven bread. To me, the crust feels a bit softer on the oven one than it does on the air fryer one. So two slices. I do love the chives. Can you see the chives sort of in and about? Right, just get some butter. Cheers, everybody. Air fryer one. Very nice. It's bread. The oven one. The crust is softer. They both taste exactly the same dough. That's no surprise. Yeah. The oven one fails on time, but in terms of it actually did take 20 minutes to cook, but it was the 20 minutes to preheat that was the real downside. Whereas the air fryer only took 5 minutes to preheat, and arguably you don't even have to preheat with air fryers. you might do for ovens. They're such a large cold box. I definitely prefer the air fryer one in terms of time. The results are probably just very similar. To be fair, the bottom is better, but there's nothing wrong equally. That bottom doesn't bother me. So yeah. Well, I've got bread, and we hadn't had any at the start of this baking session. Right. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going out and about tomorrow, but you'll see more of that tomorrow. The farm, the open day farm was yesterday, and that was really good. I did have real big terrible issues uploading it though, so it ended up being quite late at night. I think the first one upload was missing 9 minutes off it for some unknown reason. It's all encoding which is what you do before you can upload. And then the second try was only 30 seconds long, and then the third try was okay, but by then it was, because encoding takes time, it's really but the final attempt worked. It was all the correct length of time. It was a great day. I really enjoyed it. I really did, and I hope that they do that again next year for everybody. It seemed like everybody was having a great time. They really did. It was the first year. This is the first year that this such an event has occurred. So, you know, on a sort of what was it called? Open farm day. Really, really good. I'll definitely go do that. I'll definitely, if that came up again next year, I'll be going 100%. Well, I'm going to finish my little slices. Some of the family are a little bit hungry and might fancy some bread, jam on bread, a jam piece. But yeah, thanks everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow when we're out and about somewhere quite special. Yeah, take care. Bye.